Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am T. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So today you guys, I am going to be showing you guys some of the updates on some of the plants. Super excited about showing you guys the updates because things are starting to grow. I did show you guys in a previous video on how I went about starting my seeds this year. I did basically, I call it a little rush job doing my seeds. I felt like that was the best bet for me right now because I wanted to go ahead and get them started, and I knew I just didn't have the time. All right, so I did start some seeds here. As you guys can see, all of these beautiful seeds that are started here. As you guys can see, I've been trying to move them so they can get a tad bit stronger. I did pop in here some Napa cabbages. They are slowly dragging, you guys, to come up. Slowly dragging to come up. And then right here in this line here is some endive. Now I do like endive in salads, you guys. I do not like it by itself, okay? So I like to mix it into my mixed greens because that is the way to go with those, okay? And then the next one I planted up is what they call the Southern Mustard Curly Green, okay? So it is kind of like, it almost looked like a lettuce, honestly, but it has a mustard pungent taste to it, and I really like it, okay? So that's what we have planted right here. I hope you guys can hear me. My neighbor is cutting the lawn. You guys, I don't have one of those little handy dandy little new microphone things and nothing like that. I literally just film you guys with my phone, so you might hear a little bit more noise than you might hear with other like my audio or so I hope you guys can hear me clearly. And then the other day I just planted up this, yesterday actually, was the Rainbow Swiss chard. So I popped in 3 packs of those, you guys. I got those from the Dollar Tree, those seeds, these rainbow chard right here. And then in this tray right here is, I have in here the Kohlrabies. I have the purple Vienna Kohlrabi and the white Vienna Kohlrabies in this tray right here. And so let's go this way because I started up planting up my starts into up potting them into new cells. So I will be showing you guys on how I go about doing that. But if you're in a rush right now, I do have many videos and tutorials on how I go about potting my babies into their next tray until they're going into the ground, okay? All right, so over here is some of the other items that I planted up, like the cauliflower, and then these are actually the ones that I planted up. This is that 44-pound cabbage right here that I went ahead and planted up, and look, they are already doing amazing. So I will be popping everything out of all of these grow bags and these pots here and in the garden bed and popping them into my seed starting cells so I could pop them in the ground individually. I will be able to pop them in the ground early this year because our garden did not survive all of that rain, so that's why I'll be planting out my fall and winter garden much sooner, where I won't be potting them up probably in a bigger cell, okay, or a bigger pot. And as well, I told you guys about this notebook of mine, so let's go ahead and talk about this real fast. So I told you guys that I had my notebook, and my notebook has how I'm going to go about laying out my garden. So here in my notebook, as you guys can see, these are my grow bags. That is my 3-tiered raised bed. I did decide that in the 5-gallon grow bags that I do have, I will be popping in there is the Napa cabbage, and that is what I'm going to be planting in those grow bags. But the but the 10-gallon, the 30-gallon, I'm not quite sure on what I want to plant in them quite just yet, but I know I'm going to be planting something in them when it comes down to the space, okay? Maybe multi-sowing or companion planting. All right, and then as you guys can see, I drew out everything. As far as the lettuce wall, I have 72 plants that I'm going to be planting in there. I did plant up the Tom Thumb lettuce, but I haven't seen any of them come up yet. So lettuce can be tricky. If it dries out, they won't survive, or if they get too much water, they won't survive. So you got to hit it in like a nice little soft balance when it comes down to lettuce, okay? And I'm just going to show you. I just got to show you guys, because I told you guys I would, how I drew out everything from my 4 by 8 raised bed to my 3 by 6 raised bed to the 8 by 2 raised beds and some of the other boxes that I do have along the property. So I did wanted to come on and touch bases with that, and as well how I'm going to go about taking care of pretty much just getting these into those cells right there. And I'm probably going to do all of that maybe within next week, because I want all that done, and I have a little busy schedule, so I want to make sure that I go ahead and get all them done, clear out all the beds, and then I will go ahead and prep everything. Like I told you guys, I'm definitely going to put in some compost to layer my beds, so that give them a nice little boost when I start planting them out. And as well, you guys, I just wanted to tell you too, your girl has turned 41 today. Today is my birthday. I have turned 41, so yay. And but I'm not going to stay on long, because I really wanted to show you guys how I lay out and graph out my garden. It definitely helps. I promise you, putting down notes helps out tremendously. I promise you, then you'll kind of not think too much on it, you know, if that makes sense. I like to jot down things so that I'll know what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it, how I'm going to do it, how many, and so forth and so on. So having those notes, or even having those notes to follow up the last season or the year, because everything changes every year that we garden, down to what pests might take over this year and what pests might not take over next year. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when jotting down your notes. It definitely will help you guys, keeping yourself informed on what is going on in your garden and how to maintain your garden. And by putting those notes down, I promise you it definitely will help. But I'm going to go ahead and get off. I hope you guys are going to have a beautiful day. I hope that graph shows you a little bit on how to navigate through your garden, just to make it just a tad bit more easier when it comes down to planting, how much you want, when you want, and things like that. You can put notes and all of that. So anyways, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification so you can be notified when I do upload a video. And like I always tell you guys, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, you guys. See you guys in the next one.